Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you are new here, my name is Mackenzie and I am a full-time reseller on any platform I can basically sell clothes on. So today's video is I'm going to go over my 10 BOLO brands. What does BOLO mean? It stands for be on the lookout. People use BOLO, I think, in just basically two ways. It either means it sells quickly or it sells at like a high price point. That's my interpretation of it. There's definitely more than 10 out there. I'm just gonna go over 10 right now to keep it concise. A little trick I use is I will type the name into the notepads on my phone. And because there comes a point when there's just so many that you have to remember, and then I'll look at it before I go thrifting, and then it kind of helps me like manifest them or whatever. So that's what I do. So let's get into it. So there's no order to these whatsoever. I'm just gonna list them off. So the first brand is kind of a newer brand. They launched in 2015. The name is Paris, Texas. I'll put up photos of some of their stuff right here. These are amazing shoes. I've yet to find this brand, and I will literally cry in a thrift store if I find these. So they're a very versatile designs and very vibrant colors. And these like retail for up to like $600 at their store. They go from like $400, $600. Their most popular, I'd say the most expensive is the boots, the like knee-high boots. But if you get these, grab these because you can resell them for about the low end $200. My next one is Sam. So it's S-A-M with a period at the end is the brand. That's what the label looks like. So this brand was actually developed by the same people that owned Andrew Mark, I believe it was. And then they sold it and then they started this one. So this is a high-end outwear and their stuff is amazing. They go off of like fashion meets function, and they use like waterproof fabrics and high performance materials to make their jackets, and they just are gorgeous. Very, very trendy. And so these retail for about, depending on style you get, $300 to almost like $600 for a down jacket. So very pricey. The resale value is just as good. You're looking at on the low end for about $150 for a jacket, depending on the style, and then like also depending on what it's made of. Obviously, if it's a goose down jacket, you're gonna get more than just like a Sherpa jacket. So I would say low end is like $150 for like a Sherpa or something like that. My third BOLO brand, which is having movie clothing, TV show clothing, or celebrity clothing. For example, so this brand right here is the Bella Swan from Twilight or whatever. These sell like for like $120, and if it's the right size, they sell super quick. So especially during Halloween, you could find one of these in the Halloween section, and that would be pretty cool. Other things are like if you find a piece of clothing and you can match it to a photo of one that's been in like a TV show, that's a gold mine as well. So always keep that in mind for your listings. My fourth BOLO brand would be Everlane. I feel like this is a pretty known one. I have found this one time. Actually, I've found it twice. So Everlane, their big thing is ethical fashion, and they go off of like brand transparency. Basically, that means that they tell you the pricing of what it costs to make, distribute, ship, and everything. And so they're saying they're being very transparent with their pricing, and they don't mark it up like other people. And I just feel like it's a well-known brand, great following. So it sells pretty well. You're gonna get instantly a ton of likes on your post about it. So you could equate that maybe to traffic to your closet, which is never a bad thing. So my fifth one is called Stodd. This brand, I think, got the most traction from their handbags. This is what they have, all different kind of crazy handbags. Super, super hot this year with the handbags. Like every celebrity, I swear, has one, like a photo taken with one of their handbags. And then but they do clothing as well. I would say they have a nod to kind of like the 50s in their like coloring and everything. They do lots of like greens and earthy tones they're doing this year. just really beautiful clothing. For this brand, I feel like their handbags definitely resell better than the actual clothing does. I know for their like handbags, depending on the style, you're looking at least $100. And then for like clothes, I would say honestly, it's like $50, $75 and up. I think right now for their moon shaped bags like this one, they're very hot, trendy right now. This next brand I've talked about before in like my profits, I think, or my selling thing. The brand is ARQ. They sell baby and adult underwear basically. So this is it's a small business, and it started with like 2 parents. They're 100% organic cotton. They're sustainably made in the US. They retail for about $30 for like the adult bras, and the babies are like $21. So anywhere between $20 and $30, you'll see their pricing. I did sell this. I think I sold mine for $25 because I didn't really know what it was, and it sold within an hour of me posting it. But then I looked it up afterwards, and I saw that people were selling it from like $36 because then Posh took a fee and they were just like breaking even, and people were buying it at that price. There's certain designs and like colors that sell out better because it is a small business and it's made in the US. So I think because it's not massively produced, there's more demand for it. So that one's a really good one to keep your eyes out for. And I've noticed like my thrift store didn't mark it up. So the 7th BOLO brand that I'm looking for is Retrofit. These are gorgeous dresses. Holy smokes, those robe ones are insane. I have never sourced this clearly, but I would die if I found this, honestly. So they're known for their bold character, and I'd say mainly like their sequence robe dresses or sparkly embellishment. But they do also make denim tees, hoodies, pants, and these things are pretty cool looking. Here's a couple, like the hoodies are just like insane, not like a basic hoodie. They're a little bit extra, I would say. So mainly I am looking for the dresses because I know the dresses sell really well. They resell for about $250 depending on the style. That's like the lowest I would say you would make. 8th one is Love Shack Fancy. These dresses are so feminine, so whimsical, and almost like vintagey inspired with like the lace detail, as you can kind of see. I would feel like a vintage Barbie if I had this sweater. Just everything about it is so like whimsical and romantic. And these dresses would be so pretty for like any baby shower, wedding, anything. They're gorgeous. So depending on the style, you're looking at $300+ retail for it. They resell for about $100 to $200. Never sourced it. I hope I find one soon because these dresses are so pretty. My 9th one is Bonjon. I've mentioned this brand before. This brand I'm loving more and more each day when I get to like see the designer and everything like that. She just seems like a great person. So these are hand printed in India. They like do everything there. It's actually really cool how they like print it. They like carve wood and they use like dyes and they stamp it. So it's really unique. Their big thing is to take modern silhouettes and blend it with traditional like Indian fabric and like technique. So you're gonna see a lot of like hand embroidered and hand printing, and it's just stunning. And so I just love that the designer is not a fan of fast fashion. She has some great quotes, honestly. One of her quotes is, I would much rather have one thing that's really special and beautiful with a story behind it than a bunch of mass-produced items. And it's like, why doesn't everyone think like this? It's crazy. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and the price is justified when you see the technique and everything like that. These retail for about $300+, and they resell for $100. You're looking at $100+ for resale. I sold one, and I sold it for $247, and it took 90 days to sell. So not bad, considering I think I posted the dress back in like December or something. It was in the colder months, and so it sold during the summer. So if I probably posted it during the summer, it probably would have sold faster. My very last BOLO brand is Mother Denim. So this is handcrafted in the US. They have like an indie kind of vibe to them. Basically are inspired by the 90s. That's their whole motto. So the brand is actually pretty cool, the name I should say. So they say they wanted it to be kind of like their brand to be nurturing but brazen, just like a mother. So I thought that was a kind of a fun little thing, clever name. They don't just sell denim, they sell jackets, socks, tees, everything. I know for like the denim, you're looking for about $100+ for resale value, and I sold a jacket. I sold it for $90 and it took 47 days to sell that. I did sell it cheaper just because I did see that the item was on sale and I was like, I'm not gonna risk it. So I took that deal. So I think that's a great brand to look for as well. It's very 90s and on trend right now. And that is my 10 BOLO list. This is what I'm looking for at the thrift store. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up and make sure to hit the subscribe button. See you guys later.